Whew, hello guys, how you guys doing today? So, how's everything? How's it going? Okay, how's it going? How's everything? How is trading? Sincerely, how are you? How is trading going? I know it can be so frustrating. Yeah, I know. So that's why I'm here. That's why someone like me is here to make things easy for you guys. You know. All right. So, what we're looking at today, we are going to be looking at effective tool the most effective tool to trade the synthetic indices. The most effective tool to trade the synthetic indices. And like I said in the previous videos, you don't use one, you don't use two. I have multiple tools that I use to analyze the market. You get it? I use multiple tools. You get it? So now, talking about which is the most effective, I'm going to be putting this in orders of priority. But let's go. First, the first thing I do when I come to the chart or when I open my chart is first thing you should do first and foremost is identify your trend. Identify your trend. That is very, very important. Like I used to say, your your strategy is more or less a useless strategy if you are using it against the trend. That's why I say your strategy works. It does work. Just as you're not using it the right way. That's what I would say. You're not using it the right way. If you are using your strategy the right way, you'll be surprised at how the whole thing will go. Yes, I put it to you. So first of all, you need to identify your trend. And what is a trend? Um a trend is basically the upward or downward movement of a market. To get it. For example, we have something like this. What is it doing? This is trending upward, right? Then we have something like this. Like this and like that. You get it? So now it is said that this market is forming a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, equal high here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. That is the trend of market, of a market. Do you understand? That is the trend of a market. That is one thing you should look out for in any market. Now we have what is called the overall trend and the inner trend. Some people call it external and internal structure. Yeah, the overall trend and the um inner trend, the internal structure. Now the overall trend of this market, let's put this in real life now. You get it? Let us put it in real life. What I've explained to you now, we have something like this. Okay, let me start from here. Let me start from this point here, where the market started from. We have higher high, equal low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, like lower high too, lower low, like that, like that, like that. That means the market is what? trending downward, isn't it? The market is trending downward. That's what you should do on a higher time frame. That's what I do on a daily time frame. Now the market has been trending downward. Then let's get to the immediate structure here. Okay, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher high, because it's higher than, sorry, higher low, because it's higher than this low, isn't it? Then here we have equal high. Do you understand? Equal high. Then we now have this lower low, lower high, lower low, obviously lower high and lower low. Now one thing you should understand is this: anytime a market forms a an equal high or an equal low, best believe the market wants to change. The trend wants to change. The trend wants to change. Anytime a market forms an equal high or an equal low, especially on the higher time frame, the trend wants to change. The trend wants to change. Do you get it? So we are done with the, what's it called, with the external structure, as some people call it. We will call it the overall trend of the market. So it has been established that the market is trending downward. So whatever we are doing now in this market, we want to look out for selling opportunities. We want to look out for selling opportunities, isn't it? So what I will do next is that I will scale down to lower time frame, 4 hours. Meanwhile, we can as well see a trend line here. But let me not mark it for now. Let me just keep it looking. So we have identified the market, the trend of the market, isn't it? We have identified the trend of the market. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to come and be marking our inner structure. Our inner structure. The inner, I'll call it inner structure. You get it? So now we have this particular place I marked here. This place. It is most effective on a 4-hour time frame. Most effective on a 4-hour time frame. You get? So what happens is that once a market, a 4-hour time frame gives you a pressure candle like this, do you get? What you are looking out for is a retest of that particular zone. A retest on that particular zone. You can see the market went down without retesting this particular zone. Went down, and still coming back up. Do you get it? I didn't take this trade because I see all of these stuffs around here as a fake out. Yes, until this market gets to this point, this zone here. I've marked this level since yesterday. Do you get it? But I refuse to take this trade because I know this one is a fake out. This is not the retest I'm looking out for. This is not the retest I'm looking out for. It's a fake out. Do you get? Until this market stays balanced on this zone and gives me a proper rejection candle or an engulfing candle like this, then before I will be able to say, okay, yeah, we are ready to move. You get it? So I'm waiting for this market to come back here. You get? To come back here. So the first thing I said was, the first thing you should look out for is the overall trend of the market. The overall trend of the market. The overall trend of the market. Wherever the market is trending to, yeah, the direction in which the market is trending, that's where you should be taking your trade from. Do you get? If the market is trending upward, make sure you are looking for a buying opportunities. The market is trending downward, make sure you're looking for a selling opportunity. Do you understand now? Do you get it? So now, this market has given me the trend, the overall structure. Do you get? By that, you will be able to know where exactly the market is heading to. And the market is heading to this place where the arrow is pointed. As you zoom out, you can see the market is coming here, is coming to this point. Do you get? So now, what will I be looking out for? Let's see if we can see a trend line that we can draw around here. No trend line. So that confirms what I used to say. You can, if you need to draw, then it has to be like this. So not all the markets, we don't use trend lines for all the markets. Yeah, there are some markets that, okay, you use break of structure for, break and retest, supply and demand zones. You get break and retest. If the trend line aligns properly like this, then we are fine. Break of the trend line, then retest of the trend line, then we are good. But if the market does not form anything like trend, well, sincerely, what I use trend lines for is to add positions. What I use trend lines for is to add positions. Yeah, I use trend lines to add positions. I don't use to, you know, you can see. So basically, this is actually the trend line of this particular market, and this particular one, this one here, is just a retest of the trend line, because here there's a zone around here where the market broke, and it has come to retest it around here. So this is more like the retest of the breakout of this trend line. You understand now? So what am I going to be looking out for? You say the first one is, you need to identify your trend. You need to identify. This market can as well go like this without retesting properly. Yes, I don't mind. It is better I play safe, because the the capital you lost cannot be regained. You cannot gain it back. But the trade you miss, you can always see opportunities in the market. You can always see opportunities in the market. But the money you lost is gone. It's gone forever. So I would rather wait for this market to do a proper retest than you get it. So now, what will I be looking out for when the market gets to this point, this zone here? So basically, that's when I will now scale down to like 15 minutes time frame. That's when I'll scale down to 15 minutes time frame. So what I'm looking out for is either a double top, or a head and shoulder, an M pattern, or a head and shoulder. I was just looking for candlestick patterns on a lower time frame. Candlestick patterns, something like this. Maybe when the market has gotten to this point, somewhere here, it should come form something like this, come like this, there. So I will now mark this zone. Hope you are following. I'll mark this zone. Then I'll take this trade at the retest of this zone here. I'll take the trade at the retest of this zone. So that is what I will do basically. And sincerely, I won't I won't lie to you. Patience is key. You just have to be patient. You just have to be patient. You just have to be patient. You know, you just have to. If you are not patient, even if you have a working strategy, you will still be losing money if you are not patient. So lest I forget, we'll be hosting Trading Wars Africa will be hosting its monthly bootcamp starting from August. So it's a 3-day bootcamp, first, second, and third of every month. We'll be starting from August till God knows when. So, and you can do it to join our Telegram channel as well. The link will be in the description. So join us. Let's trade together. We drop analysis, market overview, call signals, and you can join us and let's trade together. Let's have fun. Let's make money and lose money together. You don't lose money. You don't lose money. Today we had a loss, yes, and in less than just few hours after that, we were able to hit an ATP. Yeah, so at least we were able to recover our loss for the day, and that's how that's market for you. You lose, you win. Just make sure that your wins are more than your losses. So that's basically it. So thank you guys for staying to the end of this video. You can try to subscribe and turn on your notification button so that when I drop new video, you'll be the first, to be alerted. So thank you for staying tuned. I got you. Now, peace out.